The combination of slower global, slower U.S. growth, and a new round of cuts to investment Canada's energy sector, along with a stronger Canadian dollar, would have meant a lower projected growth profile for the Canadian economy than we had in January. Now, I know this sounds contrary to what you've heard lately, because a range of monthly economic indicators have started the year strongly. Some of this strength represents a catch-up after temporary weakness in the fourth quarter, and some of it reflects temporary factors that will unwind in the second quarter. We think it's best to look through that variability and note that the economy appears to be achieving average growth of close to 2% in the first half of this year, which is encouraging. Well, that brings me to the fourth important item that's changed since January, the recent federal budget. Now, we can't be entirely certain about the full effects of the budget on the economy, as some of those effects will depend on how households react over time. But Governing Council judged that the budget actions will more than offset the negatives from the other three changes that I just mentioned. The net effect is that our projected growth profile is generally higher than it was in January. Where we are today provides a mix of policies which is more favorable than what we were working with, simply because of the situation we're in, where we've talked about monetary policy having smaller effects for every interest rate change, situation in which, as Keynes laid out in the general theory, it's where fiscal policy has its largest impact. And so the mix of policies that we have today is a more favorable one for economic growth than what we had before.